Good evening, everybody. I know it's been a tiring day for several of you who've been here right since the morning. And it's an even more tiring day for Ruhail, who's probably worked for the last 48 hours, experiencing what all of us do every day. Right? Ruhail? It's a difficult task to come up on stage at the end of an evening, especially since it's been such an enlightening day. Anything that I would like to say or try to say would have already been said even more eloquently earlier today. So I'm just going to share a few thoughts, which are actually thoughts that have come out more as an inspiration from the sessions that I attended today. You might find some of the speakers out here being quoted by me as if it's mine. Sorry about that. But you were eloquent, so thank you very much. We talk about the age of events. We're all part of that age of events. The age of events is dying. It's being replaced by the age of experience. And people come to events, but they go out from an event feeling the experience. They come to an event, but they take home the experience. Whether it is a brand experience or a wedding experience, into each of those events, we have the opportunity of building our brand. Our brand of excellence, our brand of creativity, a certain sense of color. Have you heard of Benson & Hedges, the cigarette? Many decades ago, British American Tobacco, that's the name of the company, BAT, realized that tobacco would go dark. They said tobacco is going to go dark. The Benson & Hedges packet was a golden packet. Those of you who smoke cigarettes will know that. Now the Benson & Hedges packet is replaced with skulls, dangerous for health, everything else, etc. That time it was a lot more exciting, nice, golden, glistening Benson & Hedges. If you went to a Benson & Hedges event, into that event, seated into the environment, at the bar, in the stage, into everything else, you would see a blast of light. And it was always in the shape of a golden doorway, because that packet represented the golden doorway. And BAT advertising of Benson & Hedges has ended, but that brand identity lives beyond the advertising and beyond its time. Into everything that we do, we have an opportunity to build our brand. Some of you are hosts, talent who go up on stage. You are a brand. Siddharth with his brashness, Frisha with her elegance, and each of you has begun to define who you are, what you are. And I could go on with each of your names and tell you what your brand looks like. And then we won't have awards today. If you look at, that's the experience side. Now look at technology. You have the greatest ideas, and I'm not even saying that we can do without creativity. Creativity, we know, is at the heart of everything that we do, innovation, etc. We have the opportunity of taking our creative ideas to the world. And in the last 3 years, all of us discovered technology like never before. In the course of discovering technology, some of us have discovered new clients, and they're not in India. So you have the chance of going global. Some of us have found a workforce that is smarter than what we have available here. And that workforce is across the world. So you've got designers sitting in Ukraine. There are designers sitting in Uzbekistan who are delivering sexy, creative stuff that is coming into our events at a fraction of the cost of what our Indian creative designers would charge us. And they're doing it faster than we can do it. There's a workforce that is out there. We have to reach out and discover them, find them, and they're easy to work with. The one thing that life has taught us is you can zoom out and you can zoom in too. The more you can do that, the more you will be able to refresh your business, refresh technologies, refresh ideas, and be able to be ready for the world. The one thing that we've learned is the power of our events and experiences go far beyond the event. So we are about 150, 200 people here. But outside, there are a few lakhs attending this event or grabbing every piece of information and communication that comes out from each of your handles. And I'm not just talking about Siddharth Kannan's. You take friend Devraj Sanyal, you take each of you out here, you're big influencers. I heard your panel earlier where you spoke about the power of your social handles, power of posting, power of going digital. That power that you were seeing only from your business point of view, let me just expand that for you. All of our media houses, except for Anurag Batra's, have already been bought by the barons of our country. They control what we get in our newspaper, what we get on our television. They control what we hear, what we are told, and the information that we get. So you can say the fourth estate is almost dead. Truth is, you can buy off the media, but you can't end social media. And the power of what each of us as consumers have, what each of us as influencers have, is what democracy is going to become. So there's a larger perspective that you require to see what you're doing. You have the power to influence tomorrow. You have the power to influence minds. And are you using that for the right reasons, or are you using it just to expand your reach and get a few more followers? Because finally, we all need to find purpose. For our event industry, I've been saying this for a few years now. We have succeeded despite government. We have succeeded in spite of governance. Why? Because we've always gone to government saying, what can you do for me? The truth is, our industry is so powerful that we can go to our government and say, what can we do for you? And that really is the question that we need to ask ourselves in what we do, in the work that we do, is what is the difference that we are making? Because the moment we take a higher purpose and a higher ground, you will realize our industry employs more than 10 million people. We employ 10 million people in a country of 130 million. That's a lot of people. We employ people who are unskilled, who don't know how to read and write, right up to those who have done MBAs from across the world. Our people are creative. They work beyond ours. And our industry, when we do events, is a trigger in the local economy. If you look at the weddings business, how much it triggers in terms of gifting, in terms of gift wrapping, in terms of your carpentry, in terms of your delivery, etc., etc., etc. And I can go across all of our sectors, and you'll suddenly say, hey, we are valuable. But are we realizing that value ourselves? That is the question that we have. Because if we realize the true value that we represent, that is when we will be able to say it in a loud voice and make not just the government, but everyone realize the power of the event industry, the power of the experiential business, because you, we do matter. Earlier today, I was on a panel that asked, is India ready to be a global hub? My answer was yes. Are we ready today? No. Will we be ready tomorrow? Most definitely. All depends on what you see is tomorrow. I see it in a decade. You probably see it tomorrow itself. What we lack, and everyone was commending me for having said 2036 Olympics is going to be in India. What we lack is belief. Belief not in what will happen around us, belief often in ourselves. And it's time that we began to look at who we are, what we want to do, and go out there and achieve it. Because today is that day, is the beginning of the rest of your life. Look at today as the starting point, the new starting point. And that starting point is about you going out today to conquer the world because you believe. And it is this belief that has made many of you come into this room today. Because you've delivered work over the last 1 year, 2 years, and you believe that work is of such great quality that it's probably going to surface tonight in the award ceremony. And maybe you're one of those that lands up on stage and receives that honor, courtesy Bhaskar and the jury team of Devapriya and everybody else who've judged it. The truth is, what you believe is what you will be. Thank you.